Good evening. I am G. Kiran Kumar, working as a lecturer in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Yadirgutta. Today I am teaching the subject Electrical Circuits, third semester, subject code 18E 302C. So again, based upon the C18 curriculum, the topic for electrical circuit for first chapter is the DC circuits. So in the DC circuits, we have to study what is the Kirchhoff laws, star and delta transformations. So before studying the Kirchhoff laws, so we have to study the basics. That is, we have to know what is the Ohm's law, active and passive circuits. So already we studied the Ohm's law in the first semester. We studied and we also derived the equation for the Ohm's law. Again, now we go through basic of the Ohm's law and some definitions in the circuits, electrical circuits. So first, on completion on completion of this period, you would able to know what is the Ohm's law and the limitation of the Ohm's law, definitions of various terms used in the electric circuits. So first, that definition of the Ohm's law, that is the Ohm's law can be stated as the ratio of the potential difference between any 2 points of the conductor to current flowing between them is constant, providing temperature of the conductor does not change. So given the circuit, that is the voltage and the resistance can be connected, the current flowing through the coil, that is remain constant. That is the equation can be given as V by I is equal to constant. That is a V by I, nothing but R. You can also write the equations already we studied. That is the Ohm's law. That is the three equations can be, we can write. That is the I is equal to V by R, V is equal to IR, and R is equal to V by I. So V by I is equal to constant. So here we can already we already studied the limitations of the Ohm's law. So again, what is the limitations of the Ohm's law? The Ohm's law is not applicable to for metals which are heated by the current to large extent, for electrolytes where enormous gases are produced on either electrodes, for vacuum tubes and arc lamps, for gas filled tubes in which the ions are generated as the current passes. The definition of various terms used in electric circuits. Circuit. What is a circuit? The circuit is a conducting path through which either an electrical current flows or is intended to flow. The active elements. So what is the active elements? The active elements are nothing but these are the sources, maybe voltage or current sources which supply energy to the circuit or network, are known as the active elements. And passive elements or circuit parameters. The passive elements are nothing but the resistance, inductance and the capacitance are called passive elements or circuit parameters. Linear circuit. A linear circuit is the one whose parameters are constant. They do not change with voltage or current. And non-linear circuit. A circuit in which the parameters change with voltage or current is known as the non-linear circuit. Unilateral circuit. A circuit whose parameters or characteristics change with the change of direction of its operating current is known as the unilateral circuit. Bilateral circuit. A circuit whose properties or characteristics are same in either direction is known as the bilateral circuit. Active circuit. Active circuit is nothing but the network in which the sources, energy sources as well as the passive elements are connected together is known as the active circuit. Or we can also write as a closed electrical circuit in which the active elements like voltage sources or current sources are found along with the passive elements is known as the active circuit. And passive circuit. A closed electrical circuit in which only passive elements are present is known as the passive circuit. Junction or node. It is nothing but a point in a network or a circuit, a point at which two or more elements are connected and where division of current takes place is known as the junction or node. Branch. A part of network or circuit connected between two junctions, nothing but the points, is called as a branch. Loop or a mesh. A loop, we are talking about the circuit, electrical circuit and network. A loop is a closed path and may contain active or passive elements or both. Nothing but the electrical circuit or the electrical network, it is nothing but the path which connected with the active and passive elements together. Now we discussed the Ohm's law, limitation of Ohm's law, definition of various terms used in the circuit, statement of, again, next we can study the statement of the Kirchhoff laws. So first we can study what is the quiz. One, a part of the network or a circuit connected between any two junctions is known as branch, loop, junction, or none of the above. That is the branch. According to Ohm's law, the applied voltage in a circuit is proportional to according to the Ohm's law, the applied voltage in a circuit is proportional to current. Now next we study the Kirchhoff laws, that is a statement. Again, the before studying the Kirchhoff laws, the scientist name called as a Gustav Kirchhoff in the year 1824 to 1887, he invented the two laws, that is the first law and second law. The first law we can also call it as a current law or point law. The second law is nothing but the voltage law. So first law we can state that it is also known as the current law or the point law. It states that the meeting at an electric junction in a network is equal to 0 here, or we can also state it as the sum of the incoming currents is equal to the sum of the outgoing currents. Second law, that is the voltage law. The voltage law can be, again, we already studied that is the Ohm's law. The voltage is nothing but the product of the current and the resistance. So it can be also be stated according to the Kirchhoff's. The second law can be stated as the sum of all the EMFs and raised to drops with their proper signs in a closed mesh or path is equal to 0. So example, we taken the one circuit in a network which connected with the voltages and the two resistors are connected. So in the resistances the currents can be flowed, that is the I1 and I2. The I1 is the current flowing through the R1, I2 is the current flowing through the resistance R2. So that equation can be written as per the law, voltage law, that is the minus IR1 minus I2R2 plus V is equal to 0. So these minus equations can be taken depending upon the directions of the current that is flowing through the elements. So again we discussed now the Kirchhoff laws, that is the first law, current law and the voltage law. So again now we see the quiz, that is the Kirchhoff current law states that so algebraic sum of the currents equal to 0, algebraic sum of IR drop and EMF is equal to 0, none of the above. So that is the answer is algebraic sum of the currents is equal to 0. Kirchhoff voltage law can be stated as the algebraic sum of the currents equal to 0, the algebraic sum of IR drop and EMF is equal to 0, none of the above. The voltage law can be stated, that is the second law, can be stated as the algebraic sum of IR drop and EMF is equal to 0. So now we see the problems on Kirchhoff's laws, that is the problems on KCL and KVL method. So we studied in the previous, that is the active and passive circuits, some definitions relating to the circuits and limitations of Ohm's law and the statement of Kirchhoff laws. Now we see the how the problems can be solved by using the Kirchhoff current law and voltage law. So branch current method, so we can solve branch current method, that is the first step is used to choose a node in the circuit to use as a point of reference for the unknown currents. Choose the node joining the right of R1, the top of R2 and left of R3. So given circuit, so here the two loops are given, that is the again the loop 1 where the resistance R1, R2 and 1 voltage source is connected, and the loop 2 is connected with the R3 voltage V2 and R2. So here choose the node, so we can again we are choosing the node, again that is the again the node that is connected again across the resistance R2. So first again we can solve by using the node, as well as again based upon the direction of the current we can find the values of the current as well as the voltage. So first we can take as the first loop and second loop, first loop and second loop. So first we can see the apply KVL to the loop 1. So the loop 1 is nothing but the R1, R2 and the voltage source V1. So given the directions of the current, again based upon the node or a junction, the three currents are flowing in the network. So that is the I1 and I2 in the loop 1, again I2 and I3 in the loop 2. So depending upon the directions of the current we can write the equations. So for the loop 1, again we can take again the current flowing towards the again energy source, that is the I1. So we can write that is the Kirchhoff current law is applied to currents at a node. So that equation minus I1 plus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. So indications of actual directions of the current. So indications can be marked as again positive, negative, and the directions of the current is always in the positive directions. So depending upon the directions of the current, the signs can be marked. So that is the the loop 1, the current I1 can be flows in the left direction, that it can be marked as a positive and negative across the resistance R1, and across the voltage positive, negative, again flows in the positive directions. Again in the loop 2, the current can be flows through the resistance R3, that is it which can be marked as a positive, and the directions across the voltage, that is a positive and the negative. So Kirchhoff voltage law is applied to the voltage drops in the left loop, that is the again loop 1. So that we can write it as a minus 28 plus ER2 plus ER1 is equal to 0. So that we can, according to Ohm's law, we can write E is equal to IR. So substituting IR for E in the KVL equation, again we get minus 28 plus I2 R2 plus I1 R1. So R2 and R1 values are given. We can write it as equation minus 28 plus 2i2 plus 4i1 is equal to 0. This is the equation 1. So Kirchhoff voltage law is applied to voltage drops in the right loop. That is the, again, across the right side. That is the second loop. So again we can write the equation as the minus ER2 plus 0 plus 7 minus ER3 is equal to 0. So that equation can be written as minus 2i2 plus 7 minus I3 is equal to 0. So solving the following equation, that is equation 1 and 2, again these equations can be written as, again, the I minus I1 plus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0, Kirchhoff current law. Again voltage law, minus 28 plus 2i2 plus 4i1 is equal to 0, minus 2i2 plus 7 minus I3 is equal to 0. So solving all the three equations, we can get the values of I1, I2 and I3. That I1 is equal to 5 amperes, I2 is equal to 4 amperes, I3 is equal to minus 1 amperes. So again, for solving the voltages, source voltages, again the ER1 is equal to I1 R1, that is the 20 volts, ER2 is equal to 8 volts, ER3 is equal to 1 volt. Again the next circuit is given. Again it can be marked as the, again, nodes 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0. So in this period we discussed how to apply the KCL and KVL to electrical networks and some problems on the above topics.